What's up, Deekers?
What's up?
Well, another week. You know what next week is?
What?
May. This is the last April fishing report. When we come back at you, it'll be May. We've had a very weird spring in general. I just got off the water today. Had a great time with awesome husband and wife couple chasing down crappies. We talked about how things have changed and evolved and how unstable our patterns and weather has been this spring, which is couldn't be closer to the truth. Zig and zag, move and this. Everything seems to be stalling out. Water temps in the Twin Cities. Lake Minnetonka today was 54, 55. Would you swim in that? Sure. Callie says, sure. As I film this, Jack and my oldest son is putting in a dock with his buddies, so clearly kids will swim in anything. Me, not so much. We had some rain this morning. It was chilly. Here's a huge shocker. It was windy today.
That's crazy.
Weird. Is it ever windy?
Not really.
Yes, it is. It's windy every day.
I mean, sometimes.
Your hair blows around. Your hair don't look good at school. It's been windy almost every day, and today was no different. I mean, I'm looking outside here. It's, I think we're filming this. It's what time? 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I can see trees moving. We have some storms rolling in tomorrow, Monday. Keep aware of those if you're on the water. I'm going to get off in the morning. Looks like tomorrow night, some very wicked stuff could roll through. Are you scared?
No.
Sounds like there are some areas of the state to the south, even parts of the metro, and our friends in Iowa that there could be some severe stuff rolling through tomorrow. So please be cautious of that and just pay attention to things. So fishing, what are we doing to catch our fish? What's the plan here? Not a lot has changed. I'm still not up in the coves and the channels and the cuts. Some anglers are. They're catching some decent ones. We're seeing some of that stuff happening. So that's wonderful. So there's some fish definitely being caught shallow. Me, we're still fishing 6 to 10 feet of water. Even caught some fish in 11, 12 feet of water. That's been the ticket. Weeds are very important. We have to have weeds in or around us to have fish. That's been important. So one thing I've done, and I just mentioned this last week on a video, is I had some people kind of come at me about tungsten jigs. You don't need a tungsten jig to catch a crappie. It's a crappie, come on. I totally get it. When the crappies are going, they'll bite anything. But tungsten jigs fish heavier than lead, so I can have the smaller profile, because these fish right now do not want to crush it. At least not a lot of the fish we've caught in the last few days. Today, bobber barely goes down if it doesn't just flip over. And that tungsten is a smaller profile, but it fishes down quick. I want that bait down in the strike zone fast. I want that bait down in the weeds fast, and those tungsten jigs work very well. What do you think?
I think that they'd probably be good.
You think they'd probably be good?
Yeah.
And the jig we're using, like I've mentioned, I'm using the Drop TG from Clam. This is a 1/32 ounce. I might go to a 1/16 at times if I'm swimming a bait. This 1/32 ounce matches up so well with the Niku Flutter Fry, the Sassy Sting from Mr. Twister. I've been using an assortment of Z-Man panfish plastics. They hold up extremely well, catch a lot of fish before they break down. That 1/32 ounce size with that size hook seems to really work well as a very versatile presentation. The 1/16, a little bigger, 2-inch plastic minnow baits, paddle tails, Kitech stuff, things like that, swim baits, little sassy shads, things like that. The 16th ounce will work well. You can pitch it further, it gets down quicker, slow retrieving, that bait gets deeper in the water column. But if I can get away with the 1/32 ounce, I'll use it. Isn't you like that color?
Pink.
It's pink. Callie right away just stared at this pink and white jig head and a pink and clear flutter fry. Would you use that?
Yes.
Would you eat that?
No.
No. Okay. What are you the most excited about this season, Callie? You excited to go crappie fishing, bass fishing, walleye fishing?
I'm excited to catch a 6-pound bass or beat the state record. I need to try.
So catch a 6-pound bass or beat the state record. We're gonna try. Next weekend is the first weekend in May, and it's actually the Wisconsin Fishing Opener. You can target walleyes, other game fish. The bass season is open right now in Wisconsin, but it's catch and release. But their official opener is next Saturday, May 3rd. Then obviously our opener in Minnesota is May 10th, the following weekend. So we got plenty of crappie fishing ahead. My next report's going to still be crappie fishing. I'm probably going to crappie fish even into the entire month of May. So if crappies are your thing, I'm going to try not to neglect that, because I think the best month to chase crappies, in my opinion, is May. So I'm going to still do that. But these are our tactics. Like I said, we're fishing jig head plastic, pitching that if I can get away with it, or we're fishing a similar jig head plastic. You can see the rocket bobber, it's about 5-6 feet down. That's been the ticket. Plastic. Dark head, light body, light head, dark body. You know I like some kind of contrast. I'm using the new MJO series OW crappie that we worked on with Thorne Brothers, 1000 series Shimano reel, and 5-pound P-line fluoroclear. That is a fluorocarbon coated line. It's monofilament coated in fluorocarbon. I think it works exceptionally well. Here's something that we had to do this week, especially today and yesterday, is we had to keep the bait moving, but slow down, if that makes sense. So we weren't swimming it and hopping it, and we weren't just dead sticking it. We had to keep that bait moving in the fish's face to get him to bite. And then we did notice that the fish were actually taking the bobber down for a change. So they were committal. It's just you had to really get them to commit. That was something we noticed today and yesterday, is that we had to really kind of work that bait back. Not big shakes, not big swims, but just work that bait back the whole time, and then they would flip that bobber and take it right down. We talked about it a week ago where we watched that bobber just twitch, move, dance. That was the bite. This time was a quick, something different, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, flip over, and then right down. So I was telling my clients today in the last couple days, you can watch for that bobber to sink now to set the hook. You don't need to be as quick on the draw, because I think they stock it, they hit it, and then they turn on it. So that's when that bobber flips, and then it sinks, and that's when you can set the hook. So that's something we noticed in the last couple of days. I'm hoping that that trend continues, which means the activity of the fish, the behavior of the fish, is going to become more and more aggressive. It looks like this next week, once the storm rolls through, it looks pretty darn nice. I am hoping to see a true shallow push. I'm talking main lake. I'm not talking back cuts and channels. I'm talking about a true shallow push. We're still not seeing really any crappies in their tuxedos yet. You know what that means? Getting ready for the spawn. They're starting to darken up, get metallic. You can kind of see some little bit of a darker shade starting to form, but I have not seen any crappies on Tonka that I've seen main lake weeds tuxedoed up yet. I think that's going to change here in the next week. So that's what I know. We're going to chase crappies this whole next week. Super excited. Minnetonka's firing, Russia's firing, Chisago's firing, Waconia's firing, South Metro's firing, Annandale's firing. I'm hearing great stuff through my network of friends and people and places I've been to see there's a similar bite going on. The fish are happening. You can hear some noise in the background. That's the boys playing basketball in the cul-de-sac, trying to find these breaks in the storm. And we're excited. What do you think? You ready for school? You have school tomorrow, don't you? Do you want to not go to school?
Yeah, I hope there's a tornado tomorrow so we don't have school.
I hope there's not a tornado tomorrow. What's one piece of advice you're going to give everyone listening? If you had to give them one piece of advice for this next week to go fishing and catch a big crappie, what would it be?
Give yourself confidence, because when you usually don't give yourself confidence, you're probably not going to catch a big one.
So give yourself confidence, have confidence, and you'll catch a big crappie. All right, Beakers. Thank you. You guys have a great week, and we'll catch you in May. See ya.